let's start down. And what I was thinking about for what I'm thinking about as a focus for today is core, but core associated with posture, essentially, is my focus. Is sort of not just kind of the middle, but how the whole upper body supports the core. So that's the focus of the day. So let's start on the mat, just coming into your breath and feeling really heavy on the mat and really supported on the mat. And your knees could be bent or your legs could be lengthened, wherever you prefer to be right now. And just bringing the focus into your interior space and just noticing the movement that's caused by the breath, right? The movement that's caused by its inhalation and the movement that results from the exhalation, even when it's just nice and passive, you're not really specifically drawing in your core on the exhalation. Just kind of notice the passive flow for a few moments here. It's always so interesting just to remember with the breath that it's both completely involuntary. You're going to inhale and exhale, whether you think about it or not, or we can be very intentional with our breath practice to invite calming, to make a connection with our pelvic floor, for all kinds of reasons, we can be more intentional with our breath practice, which in yoga we generally are. But I just want to start really passively here. All right, if your knees are bent, lengthen one leg and then lengthen the other leg and point and flex your feet a few times, staying with your breath focus. Just feeling the movement in the foot. When you come into flex, you might feel some stretching of the calf muscles. Noticing what this feels like to point and flex, and then end with a flex that is like you're standing, and then see if you can take that information up the front of you, so you're almost lifting knees and engaging quadriceps and lifting your core and lifting your chest and lifting your head, even though you're lying on the ground. And then feel the energy drawing down the whole back of you, lengthening your back, lengthening your tailbone, lengthening your hamstrings to your heel. And just feel that flow of energy that goes in a circle around your body. Right. Slide the feet back in underneath the knees. You'll get ready for some bridge pose. So arms down by your side. We'll keep the arms down. So feel your collarbone is broad and your shoulders are externally rotated, so they're pressing back behind you into the mat. So your upper body is really stable. And then pushing your feet, you're going to float up, engaging hamstrings, quadriceps, glutes, and core to float up. So you're making a line from your knee to your stable shoulders and then float back down. Well, let's add an intentional breath. Let's inhale up and exhale. Nice control, sinking back down to the mat. Keep going. You can go at your pace. Your knees stay hugging the midline, and together they're lined up with your hips and your feet. So you can, with the stable shoulders underneath you, you just can notice the aspects of your posture and the stability of your shoulders and how it interacts with your moving hip system here. So last time, inhale up. Last time, exhale down. You tuck your knees in and you can rock your sacrum a little bit. Just relax for a moment. And we'll come around for cat and cow. So you can roll to one side or you can rock up. Whatever you prefer to do to come around. And with your hands underneath your shoulders, whether you're on fists or stop or for a stretched out hand, knees are underneath your hips. So you've now elevated your whole spine and your whole posture system. So let's investigate from the head. So making your neck in line with your spine. So your head is neither dropped nor is it elevated. From your skull, your neck is right in line with the rest of your spine here. And feel your arm bones in the socket, right? So here would be the kind of out of the socket, here they're in the socket. Shoulder blades are resting on my upper back. They're drawn a little bit together on my upper back in this position. And then my thoracic spine held by my rib cage is long and flat. And then my lumbar spine is similar. So my pelvis is neither tilted anteriorly nor tilted posteriorly. So those would be those two extremes. It's just neutral. So my lumbar spine feels in line with my thoracic spine and my cervical spine line neck. And let's have toes untucked. And we'll come into cat and cow. So that was a long explanation. You've been breathing when we did that. So when we inhale, there's going to be a lot of movement in the spine as we inhale. So inhaling, your shoulders are going to draw back as you anteriorly tilt your pelvis and you lift your head up. So we've taken the back into a back bend shape. And then as you exhale, your shoulders are going to come forward, your belly is going to draw in, your pelvis is going to posteriorly tilt. You're going to drop your head and you're going to round the back. Then go ahead, inhale. So take yourself through these two extreme and opposite motions, just feeling the flow through your body and noticing what it means in your posture system, right? So we go from neutral into this back bend, which is one extreme. And then we briefly are in neutral as we pull into this rounded shoulder and back system for cat, right? So keep going. And you might notice kind of it's either position or position you end up finding yourself in a typical day, and it would be more common to be not in this position, not in the back bend position, but it'd be more common to be in this kind of position, which we call kyphosis, the curving of the thoracic spine. Let's take two more fully through. And then let's release out to neutral and just notice how that feels. Notice if we have to make any adjustments to draw the shoulder blades back on the back. Arm bones are in the socket and pelvis is neutral. And inhale here and exhale. And inhale again. Then when you exhale, push the hips back, slide back towards child's pose, allowing your arms to come forward and your forehead to come down on the mat. If you needed a block under your forehead, you could certainly take that and just have a few cycles of breath here. And then relaxing so the back is not working as hard as it normally does to support us, right? So really just inviting a relaxing moment here in child's pose. Inhale, come back to all fours. So I love bird dog, especially on a core and posture focused day, because in bird dog, we're really drawing in the glutes, drawing in the core, and really stabilizing the entire spine. So there's no movement in the spine, just movement in the limbs. And we'll alternate. Let's lift left arm, right leg first with an inhalation. So there's no movement in the body, just the arms moved. And then exhale and come back in. Second side, inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale back in. In an ideal world, you're taking the limbs up to level with the body, right? So sometimes, and some people end up being a little bit lower. You're seeking to be level with the body, and come back in and keep going. So keep that going for yourself, nice and slow. Just feeling how your strong posture supports bird dog, which is designed to strengthen the core and is particularly good at targeting the back muscles in the core. That's why I always bring bird dog into the program. Going about 2 more each side. Let's take the hands slightly forward, getting ready for down dog, tucking the toes. So arm bones in the socket, really broad collarbone here, right? Elevated chest in this position. Toes are tucked, and you're going to inhale, lifting the knees and lifting the hips up. So as you're ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go ahead and inhale. The knees and hips are going to come up, 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 up. And once you get there, go ahead and pedal and sort of just feel how the hips feel, how the legs feel. Lengthening the spine so the hips are reaching up and away from the fingertips. Strong arms on either side of your head and neck and jaw really relaxed. Chest melting towards the thighs, right? Not making contact, but going in head in that direction. And then let's stop pedaling. Just have a nice deep inhale and feel what your posture is doing for you in this position. And exhale. And let's talk about the shoulders a little bit. So the arm bones should still feel like they're in the socket, but the arms are up and overhead. So it's a very different position than any other position we've been in yet. And what is required of this position, you could feel see what you can feel of your shoulder blades is that they are not close together here at all, because they've had to tip up to give room for the arm to come up and overhead. So they're in a different position than they are when our arms are down by our side. Let's inhale here and exhale. And inhale again. And exhale. And next time, let's inhale and come up on our tippy toes. And exhale and walk forward to the front of the mat into a forward fold. So your hips are hinged, your knees are bent, your head is nice and relaxed. Inhale, half lift, that's a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, reversal one, dive all the way up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. And just shake everything out. I'm going to turn and face you. So as we come into our first standing position, let's talk about this, as we did when we were lying supine. So your feet are right underneath you, right? So you kind of feel contact with 4 points of your feet, one on either side of the ball and one on either side of the heel. So you feel really connected So you neither are rolling in nor you're rolling out, right? You're just kind of stable on both of your feet. I am a rolling in, pronating kind of person. Other people are supinating kinds of people, and so we just want to find what feels stable and neutral underneath us. And once again, let's let the energy come up the front, so you can kind of lift the knees, lift the quadriceps, lift the core, lift the chest, lift the head, right? And then energy flows down the back. So the back is going down, the shoulder blades are drawing down, the tailbone is lengthening, energy going down the hamstrings to the heels, right? And the energy comes up and around and up and around. And then that's really solid, good, right? And then you can just hang your hands down, palms facing your body, and then turn your palms forward. And that invites a little more external rotation, a little more broadening of the collarbone to stand like this. So there we are in Tadasana, feeling our core supported posture, right? So posture does not just come from this middle, right? Posture is a lot about the whole shoulder and upper back system, right? And as I pointed out when we were doing cat and cow, it is rarer for somebody to stand like this, although kind of intense military would be that. It's more common for people to end up sort of standing somewhat like this, could be worse, could be a little bit better, right? Could be even just slight, right? As opposed to, and the arm bones slide out of the socket and the shoulder blades separate a little in back, right? So drawing the arm bone into the socket, settling the shoulder blade on the back, broadening the collarbone, allows this upper part of the body, the chest and upper back, to support everything that's happening in the middle of the body. So let's get a little movement in here, and there'll be a little balance challenge inside this movement. So standing at the front of your mat, hip width apart. Let's inhale and grow taller, and exhale. Step your right foot back. Stay on the ball of the foot if you can stay balanced like that. If you have trouble, you can certainly put that heel down. The front knee is stacked over the ankle, and inhale the arms up. You just feel really long and tall here. Exhale, bow forward. It's a flat back bowing forward. Feel solid in the legs underneath you. Inhale to come back up. And then when we're going to exhale, we're going to step forward and lift this knee up in the air to a crane pose, right? So let's catch up together again. Let's inhale here. Then let's exhale and just step forward, keeping the arms up, and just lift this knee, crane pose. And inhale to step back, and we'll repeat. Exhale to bow forward. You can see me making adjustments in my body. Inhale up. Exhale to come forward, and inhale to step back. We're going to do up to 5. Exhale to bow. Inhale, we're tall. Exhale to crane. Inhale, I'm adjusting to. Exhale to bow. Inhale, you're tall. Exhale to crane. Yeah. Last one with exhale to bow. Inhale, roll tall. Exhale to crane. And inhale, exhale, and step it out. Take a little break. And then hip width apart. Inhale to go again. Exhale, stepping back. The left leg, right knee stacked over ankle. Let's inhale together here. We're going to exhale to bow, flat back. Inhale back up. Feel everything in the system. Exhale, lift to crane. Inhale, step. And inhale. Awesome. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. We've got 2 more. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Crane. And inhale. Last time. Bowing and elevated. And crane. And stepping back. And then exhale and step back. Super duper. Water. So let us go back down, a little more exploring of how this feels. Uh, we'll get involved with some locus, okay? So inhale your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Everything's relaxed. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Placing your hands step back to a plank. Inhale. So this is a different way to feel your posture in plank. Just breathe a little bit in plank. Arm bones in the socket, shoulder blades on your back, collarbone broad. Just keep breathing here. Then we're going to lower ourselves to the ground. So you can do a full chaturanga, a half chaturanga, or you can drop your knees and drop your chest. Whatever suits you to lower yourself to the ground. My blocks are in the way. And let's have hands on your shoulders. We'll start with a little cobra. Pull the elbows into your side and then pressing your hands down. Let's inhale into this back bend. You can come as high as I am, or you could be a little bit lower, whatever suits you. And exhale back down. Exhale down. Inhale up, neck stays in line with spine. And exhale down. Now, draw your arms back behind you. Roll your shoulders back. And clasp your hands here behind you. Lifting your arms up off your body. And we're going to inhale into locust, which will be upper body and lower body. You can see how it feels for you and how high up you want to come. So with an inhalation, lift your upper body and your lower body, rolling the shoulders back, and exhale down. So it comes into quite a strong back bend. Inhale up. Inhale up. Exhale down a couple more times. And exhale down. And inhale up, and then exhale down. Release your hands to the floor. And you're going to push yourself back to a child's pose. So you can push straight back and keep your knees in, or you can separate your knees out a little wider, bring your toes together if you prefer. Slide back to child's pose. Have your arms in front first. Feel broad in the collarbone here. Breathe nice and relaxed. Then take your arms back behind you, clasp again, roll your shoulders back, lift them off your body. And so we're kind of more similar to what we were in with locust, and breathe here. Inhale. Let's come up kneeling for some gate pose here. So I actually really like what my body learns from kneeling, and you could be kneeling hip width apart too. So so I can kneel, in kind of lazy ways, right? I can kneel in all kinds of lazy ways, or I can really draw in my glutes and drop my core, lift up my chest, broaden my collarbone, and use all of my strong postural instincts in kneeling, and feel how much this is a lot of core work to just kind of be here like this. So let's enjoy some gait in both directions, gate pose. So taking the right leg out to the side, so the foot's on the ground to the side. Inhale, arms up. Let's exhale and take a nice side stretch over the right leg. I'm not mirroring you. Just breathe here as you side stretch. Just kind of go as low as is comfortable in your body. And then inhale your arms up. And then exhale, you're going to drop your left arm on the ground. And when you put your hand on the ground or fist, really take this shoulder blade out and park it underneath this arm. So you've got a little more support there because you're in a supported side plank. And you can stay just like this. If you want a little more work, you can lift the leg and breathe here. Lifting the right leg and breathe here. So feeling your postural elements in this leaned over position. Okay. And then inhale and come back up. Exhale, drop the arms, pull in the knee. Throw the shoulders around a couple of times. We've done a lot of the arms and shoulders. Let's relax all that. Inhale, nice and tall. So drawing in, drawing up, and then taking the left foot out. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale over. Nice side stretch to the left. Again, I'm not mirroring you. Go as low as you can go comfortably here. Inhale, arms up, and exhale. So the right hand lands, well, the right shoulder blade right under there. So it's really supported. So you feel just really strong here. Broad collarbone. Very neutral spine in this bent over position. And if you want to lift the leg, you can add that lifting of the leg, if you'd like to do that. Put the foot down and then come all the way up. And come in and just have one more moment. You just feel super strong here. Great. So the other thing that we often do kneeling is camel, which takes us back into the back bend. And I do think it's interesting to feel the difference between, so here you are in this neutral spine, right, with really strong, good posture. Then you can feel what demands you're putting on your core and your body to take it into a back bend, right? Because it's a lot of core support as well as upper body, chest and back support to take yourself into a back bend. So let's plan on camel, and you can go back to grab your heels. I've actually been enjoying lately also using blocks. So another option is to put blocks here either at this level or at this level, and coming back on the block, so you can kind of use the option of what you'd like to do there. Let's inhale super duper tall, so you're looking straight ahead, and then exhale. Really lift the chest to take yourself into that back bend, so you're looking up, but your neck is still supported, right? I am dropping all the way back. I want to look up so it feels supported, and then see if you drop your hands to your heels or to the blocks behind you, and just breathe in this. Feel what back bend feels like. Really broad collarbone, elevated chest, curved back into the back bend. Inhale and come up. Great. So move the blocks so they're out of your way. And let's place the hands a little bit ahead of the shoulders, tuck the toes. We're going to inhale up into downward facing dog. Open your mouth and exhale. Let's hit our left leg up. And exhale and step it forward, planting the right foot down. And you're on the ground, and picture warrior two before you engage your legs and core to bring you up into it, right? And then inhale, then lift yourself all the way up and take your arms open so you've landed in warrior two. Inhale. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale over into this teed arm version of side angle. So this knee has stayed bent, and you've got teed out arms. And if you wanted to put your hand on a block, you certainly could do that too. And let's inhale here. We're going to keep moving. I'm going to exhale us into revolved side angle. So it's spinning shoulders and rib cage, switching. So now the right hand is down, the left hand's in the air. And feel strong in the legs underneath you. Breathe here. It's going to get more complicated. Let's inhale all the way back to our first position. And now we're going to exhale around and just square the shoulders. So the shoulders are squared to the mat, right? This hip is still comfortably wherever it is for you, so it's a little bit open. And we're going to keep this knee bent. And we're going to come into a warrior three position. So our upper body, we're already in the parallel in the upper body. We're just gonna try to tip forward, put more weight on the left leg, and lift the right leg up, however far we can lift it up. I happen to be on my weak ankle, so whatever happens back here, and reach the arms back behind you. All right, great, and then you can put your foot down, and inhale your arms up, and exhale, and reverse your warrior. That was a whole lot of a lot. Inhale your arms up, exhale. Put your hands down, inhale here, and then exhale to step back, and then inhale inside your down dog. Breath and exhale. Inhale, your right leg's gonna come up this time. Exhale, step the right foot forward, land the left foot down so you're ready for your kind of this low down warrior two. And then inhale all the way up, land yourself in warrior two. Then exhale here, inhale. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale your arms up. Exhale over to this T version of side angle. I'm purposely showing it to you from the back. And then inhale here, and then exhale, spinning shoulders and ribcage around to revolve side angle. And then inhale, come all the way back to side angle. Inhale here. And then exhale to turn and square your shoulders first. Leave your hip where it is for starters. Reach your arms back behind you, and then take your weight forward into your right leg. The left leg floats up, and then the hip does square once the leg is in the air. The hip squares with the shoulders once you're in the air. Inhale, and then exhale to step back into reverse warrior. And inhale, arms up. And exhale, and just step out. Great. It's good. It's nice. I actually, sometimes it feels like time goes fast, and today we're going at a really nice pace. So the next thing I'd like to do is a tree pose, because tree pose is a great pose to take on core posture day, right? So, because tree poses, we're standing like a tree, right? So it's not, I mean, this is Tadasana's mountain pose, right? We're standing like a mountain. We're gonna stand like a tree because we're gonna balance on one leg or the other leg. But what does it require? Hugging in of the glutes, drawing up of the core, elevation of the chest and head, equally relaxing of the shoulders, and drawing down of everything in the back of the body, right? Just like in Tadasana. So let's start off planning to stand on the right leg and take your arms up and slide them down into Anjali Mudra. I like to start here because I feel like I'm holding on to something when I've got my two palms together as a beginning of this pose. We will invite arms up, but the second time we do it, we're gonna do it at least twice. So standing up nice and tall, we're gonna plan on balancing on the right. So the first thing that has to happen is this left leg has to externally rotate. So the knee is out, and then I might need a kickstand if I need a little information from the floor, or I could slide this foot to be right on my lower leg. I want to skip my knee, and I can also be way up here. So that's up to me where I want to be. So we're going to pick your place. So let's inhale nice and tall, and then exhale and externally rotate and sort of place your foot where you want your foot to be today. And then really press your palms together as you pull the left knee open, draw the glutes in. So the glutes are going to feel a little bit different one side or the other because of what they're doing, because this glute is holding this knee out, right? So the glutes are doing two different things. I'm having trouble balancing today. Ooh, really having a lot of trouble balancing today. And draw the core up, and chest is elevated, collarbone is broad, and you're breathing. And you're breathing. What is wrong with me today? Let's start. I'm going to regroup. Always good to regroup if something goes wrong. So keep breathing wherever you are. All right, and then let's step out. That was funny because that's my stronger leg, but I was goofy today. All right, getting ready for the left side. Inhale. Exhale. So the The right knee externally rotates, so kickstand here, or you're all the way up. So you're gonna pick what suits you. And really pressing the palms together, which helps to broaden the collarbone, lifting the chest, which helps to lift the core even further, hugging the glutes in. Rock solid. Breathing here. Looking ahead, right, looking down. All right, let's step it out. Just take a little walk around your mat before we start again. All right, so back to the right side. And this time we're going to start here, and then we might invite the arms up if you're feeling secure, right? And if you're here and then you start to bobble, you can come right back down here. So starting here, inhale nice and tall, and then exhale, take your left leg into position. And if there's a little, slight movement, that kind of happens, right? And we're just trying to deal with we just deal with it. The wind blowing the trees. You want to take the arms up, you can take them up, see how you're feeling. Really feel the foot on the leg, feel the collarbone broad, core lifting, glutes hugging, and then step it out. Okay. And then getting ready for trying the left leg second time. Inhale tall and exhale to come into your position. That information through the whole system. Strong core supporting posture. Strong posture supporting core. You want to lift up, you can lift up. And stepping on out of that. Good, 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 good. So let's plan to come down to the ground, but a few more things to explore here. So coming to the front of the mat, standing hip width apart. Let's inhale, arms up, and we could take a little back bend here. If we go like that, exhale, drop everything forward, a super relaxed forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, super relaxed forward fold. And then you can take your knees back. We're going to start out sitting up nice and tall with the legs stretched out on Dandasana. So sometimes taking the cheeks out is nice, but you want to just sit as tall as you can. And sometimes, if that's a challenge, if you put a blanket just underneath your hips, that can sometimes help with if you kind of curvy like this, that can sometimes help. So here we are, and let's have relaxed feet to start. Lift your arms, relax hands to start, and then flex your hands and point your toes, and then flex your feet and point your fingers. And let's alternate that. Arm bones in the socket, collarbone nice and broad. Posture activated from hips on up to shoulders, shoulders hovering over hips. Here. Beautiful. I'm going to turn to face you so you can take an easy seat and know which leg's in front. So again, I'm not mirroring you. My right leg's in front and sitting up nice and tall. So the shoulders are covered over the hips rather than being ahead of the hips, right? They're over the hips. So inhale our arms up. Let's exhale and take a side stretch to the right. Go as low as you can, so the elbow maybe is on the ground. Go as low as you can, keeping the left hip on the floor. And inhale your arms up. Now take a twist. So exhale, turn shoulders and rib cage to the right. The left arm's going to reach, the right arm's going to reach behind you. The left hand can come on the knee and look back behind you. Take a nice twist here. Inhale back to the front. We're going to repeat. So exhale, side stretch. Plant the left hip. Inhale up. Exhale, take a twist. And inhale, exhale to a side stretch. And inhale up and exhale to take a twist. And inhale back to center. Just feel really stable, like you sit here forever. And then change legs. So the left leg is in front. Now, inhale the arms up. Exhale. Take it over, side stretch to the left. This time the right hip really anchors. Inhale up, exhale, take a twist, look back behind you. Repeating that, inhale, exhale for a side stretch. And inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up and exhale for the twist. And inhale back to center. All right, we are ready to come down on the ground so you can get things out of your way. Let's come down on the ground. Fine. And get involved with some twists here. So maybe your knees are still bent. Go ahead and hug your knees in, rock your sacrum a little bit, and feel again how the shoulders are really solidly supporting you. Beautiful. So let's take right leg crossing over left leg. Hands on your knees, slide down as low as they can slide down for you, maybe somewhere on your calf or your ankle or your feet, and let your arms be heavy underneath you and just feel this beautiful glute stretch and breathe here. On your feet, and what we want to do is take a little twist here. So this right foot is available, right? So you just sort of drop the right foot till it's on the ground. Just let the hips go do whatever they do. Then tee out your arms and look out over your right hand. So I'm looking away from you to look out over the right hand and just breathe here in this nice final twist. Center, then take the legs back to center and cross. Hug in and rock your sacrum a little bit before the second side. Then the left leg's crossing the right. Hands on knees, slide down just to whatever's comfortable for you with heavy arms underneath you, and just feel the glute stretch on this side. And just noticing, because it could feel different than side one. It's very common for people to feel tighter in the glutes on one side than the other side. So it would be pretty normal to just feel a difference. Just notice how this side feels as you breathe. Twist on the second side to the right, the left foot, same wrong foot, the left foot's available. So just let the foot hit the ground and then let the legs do whatever they do, and then tee out both arms and look out over your left and breathe here. So we completed the spinal twist with the turning of the head. Nice breaths here. And into a happy baby, you grab the feet and rock from side to side. So I didn't spend a lot of time talking about the pelvic floor today, right, which is the bottom of your core. But the happy baby is a great way to stretch the pelvic floor, which is pretty active in life, doing different things for us, and maybe doesn't get stretched that often. So it's nice to take this opportunity. And when you feel satisfied there, you may lengthen your legs and lengthen your torso. Let that collarbone really open wide as your shoulders drop back. Maybe your hands are down by your side, palms up, which helps to open those shoulders. And come into your breath. Focus on your breath. I'm just going to talk posture one more time from the foot to the head as we come into Savasana. So you have relaxed your feet here, right? Just let them dangle and be relaxed. Your feet are the base of your posture. And then energy comes up your legs, up the front of your legs, and lift your knees, lift your quadriceps, which then help you to lift your pelvic floor and your core, and lift your chest. Float your head. The head being centered on your shoulders. So the back of your skull is a little past your back in the back. And the front of your face is a little front of your shoulders in the front. You're balanced. As opposed to your head being dropped or your head being lifted or pulled forward. Your arms are in the socket and your shoulder blades are resting on your back. The collarbone is broad. The thoracic spine is long and encased in your rib cage. Your lumbar spine is long, supported by your core. That's the first of the spine exists. The neck and lumbar spine curving in one direction, the thoracic spine curving in the other. Feeling how you feel in your body on the mat, supported by gravity. Keep breathing and be still for a few moments. Deep. Let's go into some wrist and ankle. And then let that flow into full body stretching. Then you can take two choices. You can roll over to your right side, or you could roll up to come to a seat. So take it slowly in your own time. to come up to a seated position once again. Once you're there, putting those shoulders settle right over the hips. You could even roll the shoulders around 4 times. Hands on the knees, perhaps palms up or palms down. Let's just have some final breaths together, inhaling through the nostrils. Exhale, really sigh it out, relaxing the core deeply. Nice easeful exhalation. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Sigh it out. Thank you for joining me for this posture core inspired class today.